Claim your victory live like it's yours now, because delay is the tomb of the frail, uncertainty the chain of the broken, and triumph belongs to those who seize their destiny with relentless force as if it's already theirs. You're not here to stumble in the mire of waiting, to let life's hesitations bury your dreams. You're here to rise, to claim your throne, to forge a legacy that echoes beyond time. Picture a boy named Benjamin Franklin, born in 1706 in Boston, where poverty shadowed his father's candle shop, his hands rough from tallow, his spirit ablaze no hardship could quench. At 17, he faced scorn as a printer's apprentice, his ambitions ridiculed, yet his resolve surged with a fire that refused to wane. That fire propelled him to craft the lightning rod, shape a nation. Your victory is your crown. Will you wear it, or let it rust in doubt? Feel that crown ignite within you. Franklin's path isn't a distant whisper, it's a battle cry exploding in your soul. Your mind is the first arena where greatness is forged, and right now, you're letting it crumble. You're drowning in excuses, the soul-draining grind that saps your fire, the setbacks that strangle your hope, the failures that mock your worth. Silence them. Your mindset isn't your prison, it's your empire, and you've let it sink into the swamp of inaction. Franklin didn't let poverty dictate his fate. He let it temper him. The Boston suit, the taunts of his siblings, the struggle to escape, they didn't shatter him, they hardened him. Picture him at 13 in a flickering workshop, his hands cracked from wax, his father's voice a harsh command, push on, Ben. While his mind roared, envisioning libraries and leadership. You're buried under the debris of hesitation. Scrape it up, mold it into steel, and reclaim your throne. Rise each dawn with a hunger that devours doubt, a will that melts every obstacle into molten power. Command your thoughts with the fury of a whirlwind, turn every wound into a mark of conquest, and let your mindset be the forge where your victory is claimed. You're not a captive of your past, you're its ruler, a sovereign destined to live like it's yours now. Steel strengthens with belief, the unyielding force that turns visions into dominions. Franklin believed in a future where his intellect shaped history, where a Boston laborer could ignite a revolution. At 17, cast aside by his brother, he believed in his pen, writing with fervor, the scratch of ink his guide, his hands shaping arguments. That belief propelled him to Philadelphia in 1723, his nights a storm of effort, his faith a wildfire. By 1752, he believed in his science, taming lightning, his conviction a thunderbolt. The world jeered, called him a commoner, a fool with no lineage, but Franklin's resolve burned fiercer. It drove him to the Declaration of Independence in 1776, his legacy a torch. You're letting skepticism erode you now, questioning your value, fearing your dreams are too vast, stalling for approval. Shatter that decay. Belief isn't a fragile wish, it's a lightning strike that cleaves the earth, a certainty that pulls triumph to you like a current. Believe you're a titan, a architect of destinies, a force of nature, and let that conviction surge through your veins, driving you with a momentum no delay can withstand. You're not here to waver, you're here to reign. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the razor light that slices through the fog of distraction. Franklin didn't chase every passing fancy. He fixed on one vision, mastering knowledge and leading transformation. After early printing flops in the 1720s, he saw the flaw. Scattered efforts wouldn't build his name. He honed his clarity, perfecting his trade, his mind a blade cutting through chaos. Picture him in 1752, on a stormy field, the air alive with electricity, his voice firm, I claim the heavens, not cower from them. That clarity propelled him to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, to a career that defied eras, his influence a deluge. You're lost in confusion now, scrolling endlessly, chasing other standards, letting the world's noise shred your focus. Stop it. Define your aim with a precision that ignites your spirit, a target so vivid you can feel its heft, taste its glory. Clarity isn't a soft dream, it's your compass, your anchor in the tempest. Franklin knew his path. Do you? Set it now, and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the darkest night. You're not here to meander, you're here to rule. Beacons ignite vision, the searing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. Franklin saw a future where his ideas birthed a nation, where a tradesman's son could mold history, a vision so vast it silenced the scoffers. In 1723, after fleeing Boston, he envisioned leadership, a dream mocked by shopkeepers who called him low. Picture him in 1776 in Philadelphia's hall, the air heavy with revolution, his allies fractured, the risk immense. Yet his vision held, the quill a promise of victory. That vision carried him through the 1780s negotiations, when exhaustion threatened, through nights where he drafted laws, the air thick with purpose. By 1790, his influence reigned, the world his arena. You're stumbling in the gloom of indecision. Lift your gaze. See your future ablaze with triumph. Every summit you'll scale, every dream you'll grasp, every dominion you'll command, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting fantasy, it's the blueprint of your ascent, the canvas you paint with your soul's inferno. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with ironclad clarity, you'll conquer with ruthless power. You're not here to muse. You're here to create. Power pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that drives every titan. Franklin's purpose wasn't riches. It was to illuminate, to prove intellect could govern, to forge a free world. He saw his father's drudgery, the Boston limits, his own early trials, and vowed to overcome them. That purpose fueled his 1723 escape, driving him to science in 1752, defying despair. Picture him in 1776. At the Declaration's birth, the air taut with conflict, his voice steady. We build a new order, a mission that rallied rebels. That purpose turned his life into a pillar of liberty, its strength a testament. You're searching for meaning now, waiting for purpose to strike. Cease waiting. Unearth the flame in your core, the mission that sets your blood aflame, the cause you'll defend when the world grows frigid. Purpose isn't an enigma to unravel, it's the inferno that fuels your charge, the war cry that echoes with every stride. Find it, let it devour you, because a life without purpose is a spark in the wind, while yours is a blaze that will reshape the world. You're not here to pause, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turn sparks into empires. Franklin didn't ascend with ease. He ascended with discipline, laboring 16-hour days, pushing his mind and body to the limit. At 17, as a fugitive, he disciplined himself to learn, his hands ink smeared, his focus unyielding. In 1752, chasing lightning, he honed his experiments, his study a crucible, sleep a rarity. Picture him in 1787, at the convention, the air thick with argument, his voice a decree, unity or collapse. The chamber his anvil. You're lured by ease now. The snooze buttons call, the endless scroll, the path of least resistance. Shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's fury. Carve your destiny with every disciplined blow. Let it be the spine of your rise. Discipline isn't a restraint, it's your rebellion, the crown you seize when weakness crumbles. Master it. Because discipline is the bedrock of every sovereign, and you were born to stand supreme. Foundations strike with action, the raw power that builds worlds from wreckage. Franklin didn't just envision, he acted, fleeing to Philadelphia in 1723, inventing in 1752, signing the Declaration in 1776. You're paralyzed by doubt now, failure looming, judgment slicing, the unknown mocking, break free. Charge with the fury of a tempest, every step a proclamation of your might, every move a brick in your empire. Action isn't a timid plot, it's the thunder that molds your reality, the hammer that forges your dominion. Strike now, because every moment you delay is a kingdom lost to inertia. You're not here to plot, you're here to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. Franklin spoke of his trials with gratitude, not resentment. The rejections taught him grit, the hardships deepened his resolve, the criticism stoked his fire. He thanked his mentors, his community. Picture him in 1790, on his deathbed, his voice faint, for those who carried me. You're cursing your battles now, poverty that gnaws, heartbreak that stings, loss that lingers. Transform them. Every scar, every victory, every breath, wear it as a warrior's medal, proof of your endurance. Gratitude isn't weakness, it's the fire that turns your past into power, the lens that unveils the gold in your struggles. Embrace it, because the storms that forged you are the sparks that propel you upward. You're not here to resent, you're here to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns barriers into triumphs. When printing faltered in Boston, Franklin adapted, mastering trade in Philadelphia. In 1776, amid war, he adapted, brokering peace. The world shifts beneath you now. Jobs fade, trends pivot, life evolves. Ride it. You're not a stone to break, you're a river, carving new courses through rock. Adaptability isn't surrender, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you aloft. Flow, grow, because the future bends to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. Franklin faced rejection, war's chaos, aging's weight yet rose. Life will strike, betrayal will slice, failure will bruise, despair will claw. Will you shatter? No. You'll rise tempered stronger, a king crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't mere endurance, it's your reign, the force that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to dominate your storms. You're not here to fall, you're here to rise. Reins sharpen with learning, the hunger that keeps your edge deadly. Franklin didn't begin as a sage. He learned, mastering science, studying governance, growing through life. He learns daily, pushing boundaries. You're leaning on stale knowledge. Ignite your craving. Hunt wisdom like a predator, every lesson a blade, every misstep a forge. Learning isn't a duty, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it, because those who abandon learning collapse first. You're not here to stagnate, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose revisited, the flame that shatters every chain. Franklin's purpose illuminated, guided him through crisis. Hold fast, let it lead you. Purpose is your destiny, lead. Flame forges resilience again, the steel that withstands every gale. Franklin rose through rejections, wars, each scar a victory. Rise, reign with resilience. Reigns demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. Franklin's growth inspires. Resist pausing, grow. Learning crowns you, soar. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns blows to conquests. Franklin's path proves resilience eternal. Conquer trials, rule. Ruling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you timeless. Franklin's thirst elevated him. Grow, fly. Flight ignites with victory claimed, lived now. Franklin's journey lights the way. You're a storm, rise. Claim your victory with a titan's mind, a visionary's belief, a king's clarity, a creator's vision, a warrior's purpose, a ruler's discipline, a builder's action, a survivor's gratitude, a river's adaptability, a colossus's resilience, an eternal hunger for learning. Live like it's yours now, reign, build, conquer. The world isn't ready? Rise now, seize now, blaze your path.